Welcome everyone. This is the real time slot. If anybody was here yesterday, my apologies.
Scared everybody. Scared them.
I got texts from people. You're like, "Hey, are you okay?" I'm like, "Oh, that's nice of them to just check in on me." And I'm like, "No, you were supposed to do a podcast like 30 minutes ago." It's like, "Oh, right, wrong day."
Well, and that the part of that, dude, I feel like part of that's my fault because we have such sliding scale schedules. We have sluts, slits, and slits.
Yeah, that
We
was
have
like 20
such
years ago, bro.
sliding schedules all the time that
Yes.
like, they're all, I mean, it's great because we got all these shows that we're doing, which is super fun. It's awesome talking to all you guys out there. But then there's like, it's just a lot of things to juggle.
Dude.
And it's like, yeah, that totally good on that. I meant tomorrow. I cannot do the one that you planned on that shit.
If people knew the miracle that was getting our schedules aligned, like you guys thought the eclipse was cool. The fact that me and Bill can get a schedule week in, week out with both of our lives it's borderline a miracle. And sometimes it doesn't work. I remember like, what was it, a week ago? We're like, "Hey, what's your schedule like this week?" And like this, that, and the other. I'm like, "This is mine." The complete opposite is like, "I guess we're not doing a show."
I know, dude. I know. But it's fun. We make it happen.
We do. We
Make
do.
it happen.
Speaking of making it happen, 24.4. I took it on, Bill.
How scared were you?
I was terrified, actually. In warm up, I was lifting scared.
Oh, dude, worst.
I hated it. The lifting scared, like you have slow elbows.
Yeah,
so
everything is delayed.
you have a delayed jerk, so you catch with bent elbows.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and my knee was bothering me from just like coming off the floor.
Okay. Give me, what was your warm up getting into it today? Because at some point you had to work yourself through that. So what was the warm up? What'd you do?
So the warm up. So for me,
because mine was four reps.
Okay, yeah, just about. Okay, so for, like warm up was, so for me, racking the bar is the most uncomfortable thing for my shoulder at the moment, because when I just get into that rotation, my shoulder is still so tight from the surgery, even though that was like last January. But like receiving the bar in the rack position is what tore my shoulder completely.
Yeah.
Just about 2 years ago. And it had already been like, I heard it in 2017. Trying to be competitive. This was after remember when I almost ripped my finger off?
Yeah.
Do you remember 17.3?
Yeah.
Snatch and chest to bar pull-ups.
Yep.
225 bar. I was 2-3 weeks removed from almost completely ripping the end of my finger off. So I was snatching with
No, you're right.
I should probably like, so you guys, so I was snatching with like one finger off the bar, and at the 225 bar, after all those reps, I just caught one. And like, if you can't hold on to the bar, right? Like you guys got to understand is these are your grabbers and these are your grippers, right? Like, anyway, So I just had a lazy grip and a shoulder 225 under fatigue, just the old pull and pray.
Yeah.
Maybe I should probably use a different phrase for that.
Coming up a crazy weekend, man. Coming up a crazy weekend.
I know, it was a crazy weekend. Too much Savon podcast.
Yep.
So that was kind of the start of it. And then I did that. So in warm up, I was really with a barbell. So I'll rack a bar and I'll just, the old starette, just like dig into my chest and pecs to loosen up the shoulder girdle, get underneath, get on top of my traps, and like work out my forearms just to kind of loosen things up. And then it was 3 clean and jerks with the barbell, 2 clean and jerks with 135, 2 clean and jerks at 185, 2 clean and jerks at 225, in probably a span of 5 minutes. Didn't even attempt to touch 245. I was like, if we even get here, I'll cross that bridge when we do.
Okay, let's say you were a full healthy Chase.
Yeah.
Would you have changed the number of reps that you would have warmed up with?
No.
No.
I probably would have done like a 4-3-2-1. 4 at 135, change the weights, 3 singles at 185, 2 at 225, and 1 at 245, and then just shed the plates down to 135, 5-minute break, and then start the clock.
Yeah. I went 2 at 135, 2 at 185. And I was like,
you didn't touch 225.
No, I didn't touch it. I usually when I and granted, this is not training mode or anything like that, but usually when I get into working out, I don't like to hit the weight, the big weight, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'll hit a couple just for movement, just to kind of get some timing stuff down and to get a little bit of compression, a little bit of tension and weight on my body, just kind of cue myself up. But like, the last thing I want to do is have a bad lift before I get into that lift.
Well, I had 4 of them. 135 did not feel great, especially in that receiving position.
Yeah.
And then 185 felt a little bit worse, and then 225 was shaking the confidence.
What? See, now I wouldn't have, even like if I was with you, I wouldn't have had you go 225 because of that, because I don't think you've got, I mean, just like what you were doing, like you have to kind of get your body moving a little bit to do that.
Big jumps with no warm up, right? Like
totally
50-pound jump, 40-pound jump, like that's big in warm up.
Right.
Not as big if you're warm.
Right, totally. And that's why in the workout, you would have done 20 reps by the time you got to 225.
Yeah.
So you're warm at that point,
I will say this, after doing it, that probably actually would have been better. I just needed some sort of confidence.
No, I hear you.
As like, all right, the bar's moving today. I know I'll feel different when I get here. I hope I feel better.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
Yeah.
So, that was it. But the goal was, the big stretch goal was, can I get 1 rep at 245? Because the most I've done since shoulder surgery is 225 one time, and that was a squat, clean, and jerk.
Yeah.
And I have not touched 245 into a clean or into a shoulder overhead. I think the most weight I've pulled off the floor was like 395 for a deadlift, which actually I was really proud of myself.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's
like
97% of my max.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is what I took on today. So y'all, well, let's get into it. Let me find the right window. All right, there we are. The problem is, like, the clock, it is getting washed out by that column.
Oh yeah.
So, but
it's fine.
There's people yelling times. Don't worry. There towards the end, we'll just say there's a lot of people, a lot more than that are in my garage.
Right. Yeah.
Tell me how much time is left on the clock. That's the only spoiler I'll give you guys. So, all right, without further ado, let's get into it. Yep. They already said go. That's the intensity of which I was working at. Okay, now. Oh, wait. This is the wrong clip.
That's 225.
Yeah, that's the wrong clip. I almost ruined the whole show.
I was like, that was quite the nonchalant turnaround. Yeah. Like, all right, bitch. Here we go. We're going to dance.
I was wondering why that video uploaded so fast. Spoiler alert, I got there. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay. Hold, please, while this gets sent to my computer. 30 seconds. Oh, technology is so cool. Oh, I don't want to be over here. There we go. I almost screwed it all up. Let's see. Where are you? Oop, did you hear that?
I did. Airdropped.
Airdropped? It's Chase's mouth. I would like to open the file. Downloading. Halfway through. You guys are here for the real stuff. It's a good thing this isn't audio. Sorry. Whatever your name is.
It's a bad listening experience.
Now, to his credit, I know I'm giving crap. He was cool about it. But. Okay, here we are. We're 10 minutes in. We're 10 minutes into the show. All right, here we are. Let me move this. right over here. I don't want the volume too loud, but enough to where
10.
you can hear people. Oh, okay. Yep, back to the bar. Back to the bar, Chase.
Got you.
Bill, this is a thing for me is I really like lifting in pants. I don't know why.
Really? I did today, and I was going to take them
Let me
off.
run that back. Watch. So the last lift I did was 225. Look at me take one to the throat at 135 on my first clean. Watch this. Watch my head get rocked. I hit myself so hard because I was so jacked.
2.
Check this.
And go.
From the floor. Watch. Boom! You see that? Dude, I still am having a hard time swallowing because of that one stupid rep. So I want to do singles.
It's crazy how much better. I mean, after just a handful of reps, how much better this 135 felt like out of the gate. Like there was a lot. I had to like, dude, settle down, bro.
Dude, I was going way
down. Settle down. I did a couple where it was like from the top, I ghost rode all the way down. Like my hands didn't even come off it. And then I hit one and it was all bouncing all weird. And I was like, you just settle down. I don't know, the first one.
My hope here was that the rack position would loosen up.
Yeah.
And so like my elbow speed, because if you can see is like I get a little gun shy at the top. I thought I had 2 left and they were like, you have 1. So I was super pumped. So it's my left shoulder. So I get a little sticky. And this guy, Alex and Jules, this guy was just dropping in from Florida.
Well, that's cool.
And he's like, hey, can I help you with your barbell? I was like, that would be really cool.
Excuse me, sir. Can I help you with your barbell? Why, yes, young man.
All
help me out.
185. I've maybe clean and jerked this 4 times, including the 2 in warm-up that I did since August of 2022.
Knee's tight. You're banging it.
Yeah, my knee was hurting. So what it was hurting at the very start. So like that angle, that angle is where it hurts the most. So it's not above and it's not below. It's right there in that middle bent. I wasn't sure if your back was supposed to be to the bar each time, so I just did. And I wasn't sure if it was 5 feet, so I stepped forward. I was like, I am only doing this once. I do not want to get this discredited.
1 and go.
So it's just that starting position. So even then, you know, I'm a little bit over the bar, if you can see that. And it's just to relieve some of that pain in my knee. Normally I'd be a bit more vertical in the setup.
So when you're receiving, like in that little dip, you don't feel it?
A tad.
Okay.
Tad. But the worst is right off the floor.
Okay.
So I'm almost like pushing off the floor with my left leg more and then engage my right. But here's the wild thing. After 3 reps, everything felt amazing. Not my knee, but my rack position. See how quickly my elbows are getting around? And you can hear the bar like landing on my shoulders versus just like catching it in my hands. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening. See that? Like these reps are so much better than my 135.
Mine were the same.
Yes, my hips are high because I'm hedging against my knee pain. And every time I pick it up, I'm like, I hate this position. This bar is so much out in front from the start. I don't know what rep I'm on.
I really, really like this workout. This was great.
I can't believe they did this with snatches.
You can't believe you're glad they didn't do? Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't.
I know. The last time. You're right. Yeah.
I don't know what number I'm on. But this is when I was starting to get a little excited by the way my shoulder felt just in the receiving position that 225 might be doable. But I realize I have a 40-pound jump coming. I think this is the last one.
Clean up crew.
That's called nervous clapping.
Yeah.
You can like I'm looking around and those are nerves. Those are nerves. can't, the time, I don't know what the time is right now. I think I asked how much
That
time.
minute goes pretty quick.
20 seconds.
20
As far as like
seconds.
it's 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're at 4:30 right now.
All right, 4:30. So in my head, I was like, okay, can I get the first one? And what is it gonna,
10.
what is it going to look like? Dude, I was so nervous for this.
3, 2, 1, and go. There you go. There you go.
All right. All right. All right. Yeah. Now I can play. Now I can play.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that felt okay. And then I was like, oh, that one wasn't as quick. And now we're in it. So I got 2. And I think I started at 440 something was what I had. And so in my head, I was like, okay, I need 30 seconds. If I can get through this, I need 30 seconds for one chance at 245. I wasn't thinking reps. I was thinking a rep.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, where do I need to fill? Oh, I was like, oh, I need to finish at least 8 something because the minute rest. And that threw me off. I was like, oh, I got till 9. I'm like, oh, no, I don't. I do not have till 9 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, that the minute rest, it kind of throws the math of how much time you have left and how much time you need. Throws
This is
that
all
off.
in like my head is during these lifts. That one,
When do you
I
do
got really lightheaded.
when do you do better? When you wait in the front rack position or when you go immediately into the
Right
jump?
into it.
Yeah.
I hate a bar sitting in my front rack position. It's
Yeah.
my least favorite thing in CrossFit. That's why I hate
Yeah.
thrusters. But I wasn't receiving the bar well enough to just pop it off the shoulders.
Yeah.
And I think I keep asking Jules how much time's left on the clock just to try to pace this out. The group class has started. Okay, I got 3 more. 3 more. 7 minutes, 3 more. So now I'm like, oh, okay. I gotta push it a little bit because these
Right.
are taking a little bit longer. I only have 3 minutes, but really only have 2 minutes. And I'm getting a little tired, and the lack of strength training is starting to catch up to me.
Man. The clean looks good though, dude.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. I mean, this look good, like good explosive hip. Pop.
Yep.
Are you a split guy? Did you ever think about splitting?
Not right now. I need to practice that more. I like splitting.
Yeah.
I'm better at it, but I haven't done it in a while, and that's definitely one that I just need more practice with. All right, so my last one, I think I'm at 8 minutes right about now. Or just over. And I just didn't want to miss this one. It was like my best clean.
That was. And we got time. Yeah.
All right. This is what I wanted. I just wanted a chance. And this is like a post-surgery PR for me. 20-pound jump. Haven't tried it in warm-up at all.
So what you had a minute?
I don't know. I thought I only had 30 seconds.
Come on, Jules, hop in there.
Yeah, Jules just said I had 30 seconds.
Well, it's 30 seconds
Of
left
rest,
on the
of
rest, but I'm
rest.
telling you, how much time did you actually have? A minute? Just over a
Yeah, I
minute?
was like, all right, I get this one. So in my head, I thought I had 30 seconds left. And I was like, all right, I'm going to take all the time I need, rest, just give it a shot. There's a lot of self-talk going on right now. Some of my old gym members that came to watch.
think it's great. Oh yeah.
Now watch this.
All right.
She's like, I have 30 seconds left. Let's try another one. So I was like, all right, tell me when there's 15 left. Good.
Oh. White light. That's good. There was that jump. Okay.
Now here's the most important part of this whole video. That's the owner of the new gym, Jessica. It's at D-Town. They just purchased it.
Oh, good.
That's one of my old members from my gym, which most of mine go to this gym now. That's the random guy from Florida. And you don't get those things in your garage.
Yeah, that's true. That is true, dude.
Like you don't. I'm getting like, oh god damn, I'm getting like a little emotional about this.
Well, because you know what it feels like to go from the original, your gym, to your affiliate that you had all that time, to back to it's like, hey, I need to do it. It'll be in my garage, it'll be fine. But you're right, those feels, you don't get those in your gym, in your garage. You can't.
Yeah, it just made me miss the gym.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I could see that, dude. I could see that.
This was not supposed to be a part of the podcast.
Yeah, but you cry on everything. It's okay.
I do. I do. But
as a passionate affiliate owner, though, how could you not feel that? Like that. This is the thing, that what you're feeling right now is what keeps. I mean, I can imagine that felt the exact same way when you knew that you're like, hey, I got to close my doors.
yeah.
I mean, shit, I would lose it on that for sure. But this is, I mean, that's a wound that's not going to go away. That feeling, that is our CrossFit passion feeling. That the community and what we do and who we do for, and
Yeah.
so I get it, dude. I get it.
Yeah. The power of the gym and the affiliate is, it's why we're here.
Yep.
And it was cool to experience the real community again. Like nobody needed to be there.
Okay, let me ask.
Yeah.
Would you ever go there and coach to be part of that?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, just to
Once
be part.
I get like other things in order. Like if there's a time that works,
Yeah.
I will 100% love to coach again. I miss it a lot.
I bet.
Oh,
I bet.
this was not supposed to happen. I'm done. I just like when we talk about how much we love CrossFit and how important the community is to us,
Yeah.
why we do all these things. It was cool to get to experience that on my end,
Yeah.
on the receiving end. And I didn't really notice it until, I just saw everybody come up, and people are happier for you than anything they do themselves. And that's what we feel on a daily basis as affiliate owners and coaches. And it was just cool, really cool to have that.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
yeah.
And it's a broad base too. I mean, with like, the new owner, a drop-in person, Jules. I mean, the old member. I mean, that's you couldn't have had a more well-rounded mix of all the different stages. You know what I mean?
And I'm leaving this up so like you guys can't see too much of me. But you're right, because it was me, Jules, who has been with me since the beginning.
Yeah.
And has followed me, and we've been partners and training partners forever. And then one of my members.
Yeah.
And then a new owner of the gym that I had a working relationship with and helping them with some things. And then just a random person that I've never met before coming in, and all 4 of those that have met me in every different phase of my life, whether it's affiliate or not. Like that, man,
That's big, dude.
that's a weird CrossFit moment right there. I was not prepared to talk about. Son of a bitch.
That's good.
But yeah, that was good.
That's good.
That was yeah, really good. All right. I think I'm good now. Yeah. I'll just keep my hat down. Anyway, I'm in the emotion of just like getting past some big fears and having some success and personal success. Like it was just a lot. It was just a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy.
Yeah. Well, I know, just hearing everybody's sentiments and stuff. And I'm not even talking about like that CrossFit feeling, but putting your stuff out there like that it was fun. We've never done that before.
No,
we talked about it,
mean,
but that was
yeah.
that was interesting for sure.
Well, you guys watching like made it fun for us too.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to show you what's going on. The real stuff. Like none of, those things is
Hey, whoa. You had a redo?
What?
You did a redo?
I was saving that for the end.
Ah, Jules threw it up there. I'm like, what the hell is she talking about?
All right, spoiler alert before we bounce off. I redid 24.3.
When?
Like at 2 hours after this.
Oh.
So this isn't the last one. I'll show you guys my redo. And, I was always good the second go around when I was competing.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll show the 24.3 redo tomorrow. Because it's different, a little bit of the same, but it's cool just how when we analyze or break down events, like you can do it this way, you can also do it this way, and if you have these things, do it like this, and if not, do it like this.
Yeah.
It's one of those. It'll be a good teaching moment.
Oh, okay.
But at the end of the day, you cannot out game plan lack of fitness. You can improve where you're at with your fitness level, but you can't get to the next echelon if you haven't been practicing.
Oh, that's so funny.
Lynn, question, why did you redo it? Because I knew I could do better, and I just wanted to see if I could. And
I think that's
yeah.
There is a competitive element. There's a competitive element to doing it. Obviously, like when the top end athletes are redoing it because they want to get that better score, make sure that they can qualify to the next stage, or better seeding towards semis or whatever.
Yeah.
But also, especially if you've been doing this a while, there is something to just personally. I need to know what's going to look like. I think I could do wave. I know me. I need to do more on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to do more on that one.
And what it helps me is that, like with these tests, right? Like I'm testing myself with a gymnastics stamina things that I haven't done in a while. Is I want to see what I'm actually capable of in different ways, so that when I start training again, I can take that information and knowledge that I gained and gleaned from the quarterfinals and apply it here. So like now I'm not afraid to put a barbell in my hand and start doing some like weightlifting training again. The snatches felt great. The clean and jerks felt great. I can get on. I didn't get to the rings.
Right.
Like kicking up and like handstand push-ups are back on the table. Wall facing, I got like a first rope climbs I've done in 2 years. Like there's so many things in there, but in order to like improve my training, I still need to know what I'm capable of in different ways. Yeah. And so that's why I redid it. I just wanted to know a little bit more about myself. And if I didn't do better, then I know where I'm at. And if I did do better, then I know how to improve in training going forward. So that's why I redid it.
I think it's cool. I'll be anxious to see what it looked like differently.
Yeah.
I almost would be interested to see like a side-by-side comparison.
Oh,
just
maybe
to
I
see
can
like
do
what like your times would look like and your splits and like your
Mhm.
body position tempoing and like all that would be really interesting.
I wonder if I could do that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I can. I should ask Brian Spin. He always makes cool side-by-side
Oh, he
videos.
does. He
I'll ask
does.
him how he did that. I'll try it
Okay.
because it is not the same.
That
Like,
would be interesting.
it's weird.
Yeah.
But it's also cool because we say certain things like, hey, if you're running out of gas, just like do quick singles. Like it's one of those moments.
Yeah.
So, or the one where you say is like, if you tip into the red just a touch with high skill gymnastics of any sort,
Yeah.
like then it's over.
Yep.
Like that is on display.
Oh,
So
okay.
it might have been on display in the first one and not the second one,
Okay.
and show you why and how.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool because
That'd
it
be
wasn't a
good.
drastic change. It was just a little change made a big difference for a little bit of it.
Well, and it's crazy because everyone thinks that like if I just rest here, I can take those seconds of rest time and put them on the end or take away from the end. And it's not a 1-to-1
Mhm.
setup like that. So it'll be really cool to see
Mhm.
the difference.
But it was cool. So
Yeah.
thank you, D-Town, CrossFit, and Jessica, and that whole crew. Richard. My buddy Richard Neal, who just like opened the doors for us anytime we could. So it was
That's
great.
cool.
And he did great too. He's aging up to your division next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's in it. But he's like, next year. I think next year's it would be great for Richard because he has like really good gymnastic skills.
Yeah.
And then there's a podcast tonight on the Savan podcast. We're going to see the preliminary scores come out to see if Mr. Taylor Savage Self is in the running for semifinals. So we'll see that tonight. And yeah, I was like, don't say this is your favorite content. Second favorite. I could.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
It's okay. I know. A fun thing about the Alex guy, but before like we were all leaving, he's like, "Hey man, it's really nice to meet you in person. I've seen you on the Savan podcast."
Oh, well, that's crazy. I only do one for CrossFit,
I'll
and
take
I
it.
also have my own.
Thank you, Savan, for putting me on the map. And then he also said like Taylor versus the World was the best content he's ever seen.
Oh, that's cool.
Congratulations to you and the crew. That was it was cool.
It was so fun.
That was really cool.
It was unbridled fun.
Yo, dude.
You know, like
It was fun just like sitting on my like there was a time like I'll be working and it'll be on. I'm upstairs working, watching, and then I'm getting texts from my wife who's downstairs working and watching. And we're texting each other in two different rooms of the house, watching and working at this. It was ridiculous. I'm like, why are we doing this? Why don't we just go to the couch, watch it on TV with our laptops?
yeah.
But no, we were just doing like the whole, married working couple thing. So
There you
it's
go.
really funny.
It was fun.
But yeah, so they crushed it. They'll have a show tonight. I'll do the redo recap tomorrow. And then Wednesday, we have the final strength of field update with the, I would say, unofficial leaderboard, because the leaderboard won't be official until I think like the 29th or 30th
Yeah.
of April. So we'll finalize our Inside a Leaderboard show on Wednesday, which has been so much fun. Like that whole thing is I'm really glad.
I'm so anxious to see
And
what
so
our numbers
thankful
do.
for Halpin, by the way. Like,
Yeah, well,
Mike,
yeah, for
all
sure.
the work you've been doing. If you guys don't follow Known and Noble, they've got a lot of cool stats in there for the season. But what Mike did for us is and has been doing is really special. So thank you, Mike. And then Thursday-ish, maybe, we'll analyze the programming of quarterfinals. And then Friday, it's back. CrossFit Jeopardy.
Did you fill the seats?
I have not filled the seats yet.
Oh.
Yes, I'm waiting confirmation.
Okay.
And then I know I said yesterday, I was like, John Young is coming to defend his title. So that's one seat. Hit up Hiller to see if he can make it. He may or may not be traveling, so I got to nail that one down. But man, there's still part of me that just wants to get Feisty Taylor on there again and just totally get us ripped off YouTube. But we got to see. Oh, thanks, Vindicate. Thanks, Travis. Finally got to watch Jeopardy. Amazing show. Thank you. Sarah Cooper, please ensure the guests know how to answer in the form of a question.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, Chad would be a good one. Chad Schroeder. That would be a good one. John better watch out. Oh, maybe I'll text Chad. Hiller and Chad. Y'all don't know Chad, but the reason why any announcer knows any little stat,
he's the original.
It's Chad.
He is the original.
Chad.
Yep.
Yeah. Now Brian's coming on a later show.
Man.
John's got to win 3 in a row before we get the Be Friendly squad on.
There we go.
And then maybe I'll reach out to the Talking Elite Fitness squad. Oh, Seth would be a good one.
What are you gonna have on that show? Like cereal brands? What are you gonna have on that show?
Bill, easy. Ice cream flavor, seal brands, favorite superhero. Yeah,
Star Wars.
Seth, you're on the list if you want to hop on the show. You're on the list if you want to. Let us know.
Oh, good. That would be a good one too. Yeah,
that would be a good one. A really good one.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's it. Quarterfinals is over. We'll see how it goes. I was thinking I was like 345 after the first 2 submissions worldwide.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which is, I mean, I know I said I wanted top 200, but after I saw these events, I'm like, well, that's not happening. I got to finish some of these if I want to make the top 200. But
yeah,
I will be fitter and better next year. You guys can guarantee that.
It'll be interesting when the final scores come out to see what percentage that actually is.
Yeah, I'd be curious.
Because I think, again, not talking business-wise about making it 25%, but like actually seeing the people, the type of athlete that is in those percents to see, did it hit the right people? Man,
I don't want to spoil analyzing, but I'll just say it is.
This is by far one of the best things they've ever done.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Which is pretty like.
Ooh, Collar would be fun.
Oh, he would be pretty fun.
That's a good one. Yeah. He's a good. All right, gang. We won't keep you any longer. Thanks for rolling with us. We'll be back tomorrow where I may or may not have redone 24. Well, I did. I redid 24.3. May or may not have did better. So, dude, wall-facing handstand push-ups are...
They're really hard if you haven't been
really hard.
Yeah.
But you know what? Now I can practice them because I found out that I can at least do one. But I will say this. My legs are really sore. My shoulders and chest are really sore. Like quarterfinals got me sore, but it feels so good.
Yeah.
To feel like this.
Yeah.
Like I haven't felt like this in a long time. So it was really cool. All right, team. Thanks for rolling with us. Bill, good to see you. Good to see you. And we'll see you guys later this week. Savon podcast tonight. What time? 6:30?
6, Pacific.
6:30 p.m.?
Yeah.
Pacific time. So you're welcome, Australia, I guess. All right, y'all. Thanks for rolling with us. Appreciate the support. Thanks for the feedback.